Hey, what's up? In this video, I'm going to tell you about some of the really cool events of the last month. I'm going to show you all the board games that came into the channel this month. I'm going to talk about some other cool content creators that I've interacted with or watched or engaged with and that type of thing. I'm going to tell you a couple of my top gaming experiences of the month, and I'm also going to let you know some behind the scenes updates on what's been going on with How I Roll, what's going on currently with the channel, and kind of the future of the channel, some pretty open info and stuff like that, and that'll be at the end, so stick around for that. I'm coming here from my backyard. If you watch the channel, you know that most of my videos are in the studio. They're pretty scripted, but I just wanted to hop on here. This is something new. I want to start these monthly updates where it's just me chatting with you and letting you know just kind of what's going on, what's been happening, going off script a little bit and all that type of thing. And in case you're wondering, that big body of water back there is not part of my backyard. It ends right at the bush there. That's just a pond that we live by out here in beautiful British Columbia. I live in Vancouver, BC, Canada, if you know where that is, and it is just such a beautiful day out today. I thought, why not do this outside? We'll head into the studio in just a minute, and maybe at the end of the video, I'll take you for a little walk around the pond as we chat as well, so you can look forward to that. Some really cool events this month is I got to be on the Neon Gorilla YouTube channel. He does kind of this monthly video podcast, or not monthly, he does this regular video podcast where he has a guest on. So I got to go on, and he said, hey, Ryan, it'll be about an hour and a half or 2 hours. But it seems like he and I are both yappers, maybe especially me. And we went for like 3 hours. So if you haven't seen that video, or if you've never watched Neon Gorilla, head over to his channel, hit subscribe. You can check out our conversation. He also just did one with Tom Bassel, which is really cool. So he's got lots of cool guests on there. You can check it out. But that was a real highlight for me. I love it when other content creators want to collaborate and work together. Letting me be on his channel is really cool of him as well. I also, some funny board game experiences for me this month. Recently, someone asked me on social media, they're like, you post a lot of stuff about these games, but you don't post your win-loss ratio. Like, do you actually win games? And you know what? So I thought I'd tell you about these. First of all, my friend and I taught Great Western Trail New Zealand, which is one of my favorite games of all time, top 10 games of all time for sure. We taught it to a brand new player who'd never played it before, and that guy stomped us. So I lost to a total noob at Great Western Trail New Zealand. And also, I got Grand Gamers Guild sent me a few games. They sent me Kokeshi, Tir Nanog, and Gorinto, all cool games. I'm going to be doing some videos on some of that coming up. But Kokeshi, my daughter beat me at it. And so then I was like, okay, I got to, like, regain my, get my name back here, fight for my pride. And so I played my wife, and then my wife stomped me as well. So apparently I'm really bad at Kokeshi. It's a really cool game. It's on Board Game Arena. If you want to try it out, send me an invite. I'd love to play it with you. The really, really big cool event is just at the end of April, I got to go to Canada Plays. Canada Plays is this industry exclusive event that happens in Canada, obviously, and it's for publishers, designers, but mostly like board game stores and board game cafes across the country. And then there's also a small contingent, like literally 12 of us content creators there. And it was a blast. And so normally on these monthly updates, I'm probably going to shout out some content creators I've been watching or some that I've interacted with and stuff. But mostly I just kind of want to shout out the gang that I was hanging out with at Canada Plays, because it was just this awesome group where we were hanging out, playing games together and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to do this without missing anybody, but there were a lot of them. There were Little Meeples, Tabletop Savants, Natalie Board Gamer Girl, there was Board Game Garden, Jenna, there was Meeple Mike, Mike from Board Gaming Crew, there was, oh shoot, I really don't want to miss anybody, Mike from Board Gaming Crew, there was All You Can Board, there was Room and Board, and I think I am just missing one, which is actually like the most awkward. Did I say Covray Studios? I don't think I said Covray. If I double said them, then that means I missed someone, but hopefully. Anyways, there's this awesome gang of people. If I missed anyone, that's too bad. Oh, also Adam Smith from Rolling Solo, Rodney Smith from Watch It Played, and Manny Hutchinson from Salt and Sass. And I just had an amazing time hanging out with a lot of them, particularly Mike from Board Gaming Crew, Chris from All You Can Board, from Room and Board, and Meeple Mike. We got to do some late night gaming. I got to hang out with them, spend a fair amount of time with them, and it was a blast. One of my biggest highlights from Canada Plays was, you know that game Werewolf? It's like that social deduction game where there are werewolves in the village and you're trying to figure out who's good and who's bad. I don't usually play social deduction games like that a lot, but I decided to go because they had this giant werewolf game. And they're like, by giant, I mean there were like over 20 of us. And they set up this room all ominous. It was dark with like red lights. It was like these creepy vibes and stuff like that. And it was awesome. But there were a whole bunch of us. And there are a few reasons I don't play a lot of social deduction games, but maybe this is one of the big reasons. So I went in, I sat down, and I just got to this point where I was like, I got it figured out. I know who the werewolves are. And so I started like just like, kind of stating my case. And I guess maybe I'm a fairly convincing, like maybe I should be a salesperson or whatever. So I kept convincing the villagers to like um, pick out these villagers who end up being innocent. And I single-handedly, I think I lost the entire game for our team. So yeah, probably everyone there remembers me the best from that game as the person who kind of lost it for everyone. I was basically the MVP for the werewolves, and I wasn't even a werewolf. Another really cool gaming experience there was Rodney Smith hanging out with Adam, and we're like, we're gonna play a game, and Rodney shows up, and he all of a sudden just starts pulling cards out of like random pockets in his suit jacket and like his pockets. And he has all these different like bits of games coming out. He's like, I got this cool game called Here Lies, and we're like, okay, he's just like pulling bits and pieces out of all his pockets, and all of a sudden he has like all these pieces out. We play this game called Here Lies. It's this cool Sherlock cooperative storytelling deduction game, and it was really cool, and that was a lot of fun. So those are some of my favorite things from Canada Place. Oh yeah, and one more thing is Rodney Smith and Manny Hutchinson are amazing, and they led this really cool discussion panel for us as content creators, just talk about like what we're doing, what's working, what's not. And especially as someone who's like newer to this, like my channel is like less than 6 months old, I just love getting to listen to and hear from people who have a lot more experience and stuff like that. It was a really encouraging time. So those are kind of some of the events of the last month. I want to tell you a couple of my gaming highlights. Obviously, I played a lot of games. In case you haven't figured out, we're in the studio now. This is the really nice part of the studio that you usually see me filming in front of. But then I'll give you a glimpse that I wouldn't usually let people see. But this is like all the chaos of my garage that you don't usually see. Obviously, I don't put that on camera. Usually, my wife might kill me for showing that, but that's okay. I have got a couple shelves here. I got this new shelf, and my daughter Avra actually took some time. She wanted to like lay it out, put it kind of nicely, and organize the games anyways. But I put out some of the coolest gaming experiences my month right here, so I'll share them with you. First of all, Hercules and the 12 Labors. It's a solo game from Envy Born Game, and if you know me or if you've watched my channel for a while, you know that I'm not a big solo gamer. I think it's cool that people play solo, and I think that makes sense. And I've kind of wanted to get into it. It's just never really kind of like caught on for me. But what's cool is I realized with a solo game like this is I could just play it with my daughters, and we could be like cooperative. So we were playing this game a whole bunch, just kind of like as a team, making decisions together. By together, I mean my daughters make the decisions and I do whatever they say. But we played this. It was really cool. There's also this game. It's not out yet. It's called Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling, which is like just kind of a crazy game. And this is one of the things I love about this YouTube channel. I used to mostly just like play like beige Euro games, like these kinds of things over here. But it's kind of really expanded a lot. This game's not out yet. They've asked me to do their how to play, so that's gonna be coming up soon. One of my rip up the rules. But it's about, have you ever watched on YouTube where people are like, they roll a cheese wheel down a hill and then they're all racing and everyone's like breaking all their bones and they're trying to like anyways, yes, it's all about that. One day my daughter Avra was homesick from school. So I was like, well, I have this new game. Why don't we play it? Like we could play it, set up this little table on her bed and we play this game and we had a blast. And it's a hilarious game. So it was really cool. Okay, Cozy Stickerville. I have been hearing people talk about this like so much online. I'm like, I get it. You like putting stickers on. I'm like, yeah, it sounds kind of cute. My daughters might like it, whatever. Oh my goodness, guys. Like I was sleeping on this. Someone gave me a copy of this at Canada Plays and it was like it's my probably my favorite game I'm currently playing with my girls. Actually, today I just had a Cloud with a Chance and Meeples and I just put out this list of like top 10 games we like playing with our kids. Had I played this before, this definitely would have been on the list and very high. It is so good. I mean, and not just for kids, like even as an adult, like it's really cool. The decisions you make, I like it's just a story where you're not getting punished. It's not like, am I going to lose the game or whatever? But it's just super cool. One of my other two more favorite gaming experiences of the month. I got this brand new Food Chain Magnate. In case you didn't see, my daughter Avra did an unboxing of these super deluxe boxes on the channel. You can go check it out. It's in short format or reels if you watch on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. The super deluxe version, it's amazing. I played with some friends and we had an incredible time. And I got annihilated, which often happens in Food Chain Magnate if you get a little bit behind at the start. And the last thing I want to talk about is Tea Garden Pur? I don't know how to say that really. It's the expansion for Tea Garden. And I already love Tea Garden. I just did a review of it on my YouTube channel recently. I'll throw a card up here so you can click on that and check it out. I'll be doing a review of this as well. This takes an already great game and adds more, like it's definitely more. So if you're like, okay, it's already enough with Tea Garden, you might not need this, but this is, I love the new options, the things it adds, and it just makes it even that much more immersive. So those are some of my favorite gaming experiences of the entire month. So now I'm going to come back over into normal studio mode. I'm going to switch over because I've got this giant pile of games that I want to show you that's come in this month. So I'm going to switch over to studio format with this magical transition right here. And just like that, studio magic. We are set up in the studio so I can show you the games that have come in this month. This is the pile of games that have shown up for the channel this month, not including Cozy Stickerville and Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling, which I already showed you and they're over there on the shelf. But I'm going to quickly just give you a glimpse of these games that have come in, and I'm going to do this every month, partially because not every game I'm going to get to cover in like a full format. But also just to kind of quickly shout out some of these games. And I'm very grateful for publishers sending their games for me to check out. So give these a little bit of coverage. Anyways, this first one, it doesn't even have anything on the box. It's called 33 Seconds of Chaos. Let's see if I can open it really quickly. I'm not going to open every box, but since this doesn't have anything on it, this is a game where rounds last 33 seconds. And it's an interesting game where you kind of randomly are going to get a word on one side of the card, and then the other card is going to tell you, like, how you can explain that word. So this one says 1-star review. So you have to do some kind of 1-star review. Another one might say like a careful mobster. It's like, but not that, those types of things. So little word game where you're gonna have 33 seconds to explain your word to someone. This next one is called Deal or Death. And unfortunately got a little banged up in the mail on its way here. It's a social deduction bluffing game where you're executives trying to vie for the support of the shareholders. This is going to be coming up on a video on my channel soon, so you can stay tuned for that. This next one is Piles. Now, to be honest, I really don't know much about Piles at all. When you go to a board game convention, especially as a content creator, a lot of times at the end, publishers realize, oh, we brought too many games. Sometimes they don't bring it up, but sometimes like, oh, we brought too many games, and they're like, we got to get rid of some of these so we're not like shipping them back. And so this company had a pile of piles, I guess, pun intended, kicking around, and so they were kind of handing some out. So Lost Boy Entertainment handed me one of these, and I brought it home, and so I'm excited to give it a shot sometime. Next up is Vengeful Dragons. This is a dark fantasy take that card playing game. I think this will be coming up on the channel pretty soon, so you can take a look for that. But this is an upcoming game as well. If you like dragons, if you like dark fantasy themes, if you like messing with your opponents, that might be a game for you. Next up, Love More Games reached out and they sent me a couple of their games. So we've got Stable Times and Jewel Box. Stable Times is on Board Game Arena. I know that. I don't think Jewel Box is, so you can check it out on there if you want. But it's a tableau building game where you're organizing your horses and stuff like that. I don't know as much about Jewel Box. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. Unfortunately, I don't get to play all these games right away. It takes me time to get through them. But you're collecting these like bugs and jewels and stuff like that. So very cool. And thank you so much to Love More Games for sending those for me to check out. This next one is Recipe Rumble. It is still in shrink wrap, but I have in fact played this because it Canada Plays. NJ Games, the publishers of this and the designers, they had it out and they let us play with it. If you've played the old game Pit, where you're like trying to trade cards like three, 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 it's a crazy game. It's like that, but they've like added some elements that kind of upgrades it and makes it a little bit cooler. So that is Recipe Rumble. Next up is Cafe Barras, which is a really clever name from KTBG. To be honest, I have not played this. I don't know anything about it. It's still in shrink wrap, but what I do know is KTBG, Burnt Island Games. I love them, and they make great games. They're sending me a copy of Layers, which I haven't played yet, but it looks amazing. So great company, great games. I'm excited to check that one out as well. Yellow sent me Popcorn and Loose. Popcorn, I've only played on Board Game Arena. It's still in shrink wrap, as you can see. But I've played on Board Game Arena, and it is a really cool, like, worker placement, theater building game where you're trying to build the best theater and show the coolest movies and get points and stuff like that. Really cool game. Loose, I haven't played it yet. I've read the rule book, and I can't wait. I'm trying to get my board game group to play it with me. But it's a trick-taking game. But the twist, because there's always a twist with trick-taking games nowadays, so that's what they're doing is trick-taking. Here's the twist, is that your cards are like facing out. So everyone else sees what you have, except you don't know what you have. So it sounds really cool. I can't wait to give that one a shot. Flora Funga, my good friend Kedrick Winks got this sent to me. Kedrick is an amazing designer. He made Guildlands, which I covered on the Game Boy Geek channel, and some other really cool games. And this comes in a really cool vertical box. I'm a little concerned if I open it, I'm going to make a mess. There we go. It's that side, but it has basically it's called Flora Funga because it has two games in one. There's Flora, which is on this side, and Funga, which is on this side. And Flora is kind of like a neat object, like kind of um, mission objective. You got to like collect things and complete missions and that type of thing, different formations of the flowers and stuff. Funga is a little bit more of a chaotic game. I haven't gotten to play it yet, but I'm excited to try out Funga as well. Oh, this game. I have been excited about this game for a while, and I'm so thankful that Maestro sent this to me. And not only did they send it to me, but they also are getting me to do the how to play video, which I'm really excited about. Clash of Clans, the Epic Raid. I have not actually yet played this. I've just been working on getting the how to play together. I'm excited to play it because this game looks awesome. It's by Eric Lang, who is probably the most famous Canadian board game designer in the world, I'm assuming. He makes incredible games, and I can't wait to play this one from such a cool IP, Clash of Clans. Second last one, this is X Seekers of Fortune. This is the deluxe one. It's actually, not a massive game. It's just mostly these cards that you're playing. You're going on adventures and collecting the things you need in order to complete these adventures, and you're trying to be the first to do 5 adventures. But this deluxe one has these really cool player mats in it. I'm working on a rip up the rules video for this one right now, so you can keep an eye out for that. That is X Seekers of Fortune. And last but certainly not least, I'm a huge Stonemaier Games fan, and I just got to do the rip up the rules for the brand new Euphoria Essential Edition. I've owned Euphoria for a long time. This brand new one is coming out right now. I was so honored when Jamie said that I could do their how to play video for it. If you've never played Euphoria, if you like other Stonemaier games like Scythe and Expeditions and stuff like that, then you'll probably really like Euphoria. Anyways, those are the games that have come in this month. Thank you so much to all the publishers and designers who have sent them to me. I'm excited to dig into them and share them with my channel and share them with my friends and all of that. So now that that's the games, let's head over to some channel updates. Why don't we head outside for that? All right, we're back outside. And as I said, I'll take you for a little walk around the pond while we talk about the last thing. And that's just updates with what's going on with how I roll. The channel is pretty new, but I want to start out now just kind of like always open, like holding all the information of the channel really open-handed, letting you know what's going on. Both just because I value being open and I like letting people know what's going on, but also in case you're interested in being part of the journey and wanting to know like how you can help, how you can be involved, how things are going. Really happy for you to be part of the journey like that. So let's go for a walk around the pond. I'll let you know what's going on. It's been an exciting few months. So the channel launched just at the end of November, which is just like a little over 4 months ago. So less than half a year ago. And already there have been like tons of like really cool opportunities. I just did a rip up the rules for Stonemaier Games this past month, which was like such a cool opportunity. The month before I got to do one with Karma Games, who made Clans of Caledonia, got to do one with Garfield Games, some of my favorite publishers, and also some really cool like indie publishers from all over the world that have been reaching out, and there have been more requests coming in. In case you haven't noticed, I do a few different types of content on the channel, but my main focus right now is trying to be a channel that really focuses on how to play. And there are a few different reasons for that, but one of the biggest reasons is just because that's the type of content I like watching the most. So I kind of connect with it the most, I know it the most, I feel the most comfortable with it, and I also just like love teaching games. I've always been the person in my game group that teaches games and loves introducing people to games and stuff like that. So that's kind of the main focus, and just lots of really cool opportunities have already come up, and I'm so grateful for that already. I'm grateful for the publishers who have decided to take a chance on me. I'm working on one for a few games right now, including the Clash of Clans game, which is really exciting. I've got one coming up, another one coming up with Garfield Games. Yeah, that is really cool. So that's kind of the main focus of what's going on with the channel. In the past like 2 months, the subscriber count has like doubled, which has been absolutely incredible. One of the big bumps I got was Alex from Board Game Co. gave me a shout out on his channel. So I guess I'm giving him a shout out back for doing that. That actually was a huge help for my channel and brought in some requests and a whole bunch of subs and stuff like that. And so that was absolutely amazing. Sorry for the noise in the background. I apparently don't have exclusive ownership of this path around this pond. So that's been really cool. So what's going on with the future of the channel? Right now, I'm digging deep, trying to focus on how to plays. I'm creeping up on the 2,000 subscriber point. And I've been really grateful that some content creators who are further down the road have been so generous with their time and their knowledge and have shared ideas with me. And I've been kind of talking through different ideas with them. Alex from Board Game Co. actually made a video a bit ago about, how much money he makes through YouTube, and he talks about these different ways to make money, to make it sustainable. And he and I have been chatting back and forth about some ideas. And now that I'm nearing the 2,000 subs and going to be pushing past that, I'm starting to think about things like Patreon or memberships on YouTube, things that, kind of give people an opportunity to be more involved, be more invested, but also maybe some unlocks for people who are interested in that. Maybe think about merchandise or Kickstarter or just some different avenues like that. And I say that to kind of let you know what's coming up in case that's something that you feel like you might be interested in, but also because perhaps you're someone out there who is interested in what's going on with how I roll, you feel invested in what's going on, and maybe you have some ideas, maybe you've been part of a Patreon before or those types of things. I'm always open to suggestions. If you've got some inputs, feel free. You can find my contact information on my channel. You can track me down on all the social medias and stuff like that, and I'd love to hear from you. Some people have been asking me like how they can help, how they can support. And I'd say baseline, it's like pretty simple. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. I'm sure lots of you have. Turn on notifications, and when a video comes out, actually watch it. Having someone click a video and watch it all the way through is actually really helpful, because it tells YouTube, hey, people are interested in this. It helps YouTube know that it should maybe show it to other people. If you hit like, if you drop a comment on my videos, there's some people out there who are pretty faithful already, who are commenting on pretty much every video, and that's actually like a really huge help. So thank you so much to all of you. Those are really cool ways you can help. If you're wondering how you can support the channel and help it grow even more, feel free to send me a message and we can chat about some ideas and stuff like that. And lastly, just help spread the word. I mean, obviously there are a lot of people out there in this amazing hobby who love board games and who love talking about games and hearing about games and stuff like that. And a lot of them don't know about the channel. If you feel like the channel is fun, if you like it, if you're interested in it, feel free to tell some people, let them know they can check it out. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes together. Right now I'm in a season of trying to figure out, how sustainable this YouTube channel could become in the future or not. So all the support that people have been giving me and that you continue to give me is really appreciated. That is it for this monthly update. I thought this would be a great place to end, where you can see the beautiful scenery and some amazing ducks and just the wonderful world that we get to live in. We have so much to be grateful for. So check this out. Anyways, thanks so much for rolling with me. There's always room at the table for you. Appreciate you tuning in, and I can't wait to see where this goes together.